Fastball, he struck him out swinging. Number 11 for Tate Wolski. He strikes out the side in the fifth. Lined into center field. It's a base hit. One run is home. Otis comes to third. He'll be stopped. RBI single Jamison Coots. It's 9-8.
Carrington Cardinal Baseball is brought to you by Gar Dental, Central City Lumber, CHI St. Alexius Carrington Medical Clinic, Professional Eye Care Centers, Carrington Drug, Headlots, Arrowwood Prairie Co-op, Bickett Insurance, Sendak, Bassett Motors, Bank Forward in Carrington, High Plains Equipment, Carrington Dental Care, Leading Edge Equipment, Dakota Central, Old National Bank, DJ's Home Center, Evans Funeral Home, Farmers Union Insurance, Randy Huey Agent, Napa Auto Parts, Jamestown Regional Medical Center, the Carrington Healthy Communities Coalition, Central Pharmacy, Central City H2O Plus, and Summit Physical Therapy.
The junior stretches. He throws. Hit in the air to center. Moving over is Bickett. Squares up. Makes the catch. And Tate Wolski, a complete game 5-hit shutout with 12 strikeouts.
Now, Carrington Cardinal Baseball.
We welcome you to the Carrington City Park. It is Cardinal Baseball on the radio and on YouTube this afternoon. And with a school event going on tonight, it's a matinee here in the Central City as the Carrington Cardinals play host to their local rivals from 16 miles up the road, the New Rockford-Sheyenne Rockets. Happy to have you with us on a bright, sunny, comfortable Tuesday afternoon here in the Central City. BJ Walters and Rick Christensen with you. And Rick, this is fun. A matinee game in about a half hour. School will get out. You'll get more people coming over to the ballpark. This is what it's all about.
Absolutely. You want to get as many games as you can in here in the before the regional start and so forth. And so having a little bit of nice weather will be actually nice to see for once.
It will. And for the Cardinals, they're coming off the loss on Saturday to South Border 7-3. New Rockford-Sheyenne coming off of a wild 11-10 win on Thursday over Valley City. And we'll get to what it means in the region standings over the course of our broadcast and telecast this afternoon. The starting pitching matchup, it's a couple of veterans going for these two teams. Jacob Basons gets the ball, his second start of the year for Carrington. He is opposed by Sky Cromlick, and when you prepare for a Sky Cromlick game, as you have had to do so many times, Rick, over these last few years, it's unlike anything else because he is not a fastball first pitcher. He is very much a curveball first pitcher. How does that impact today?
Well, they really got to sit back and not be overly aggressive. Make sure you let the ball come to you, and you know, if it comes across a plate, you got to take a swing at it. You don't want to put yourself in a hole.
Certainly do not. It's a beautiful day for baseball. If you were in the Foster and Eddy County areas, come on out to the ballpark. We've got a concession stand that's open, and we've got a beautiful day for you for some baseball. When we come back, we'll be joined by the head coach of the Cardinals, Wayne Shipman, and we'll have that conversation in a moment on the I3G Sports Network.
Gar Dental in Carrington has your smile on the mind. Gar Dental specializes in orthodontics, cosmetic dentistry, teeth whitening, dental crowns and bridges, dental veneers, dental implants, general and family dentistry, root canals, clear aligner orthodontics, sedation dentistry, dentures, lasers, TMJ therapy, and wisdom teeth removal. Call Gar Dental today for family dentistry and beyond. Gar Dental in Carrington, 701-652-2300.
On a very spring-like day in the Central City, it's the Cardinals and New Rockford-Sheyenne coming up, and we're joined by Carrington head coach Wayne Shipman. And all right, this is more like it. Now, this is baseball weather.
Yeah, it's a lot nicer today than it has. Could be a few degrees warmer, but we'll take this compared to what we've had.
No doubt. So Saturday, that was a very well-pitched game by Tate. He takes a no-hitter into the fifth. He strikes out 12, matches his career high. And I thought from the very first pitch, you could tell that the fastball was going to be a problem for South Border. Is it possible for a pitch that early to kind of give you a hint of what could be coming?
Right. Yeah, I thought, the plan going into the game was just throw a couple innings and then we'll go from there. And he was doing well, so we just decided we were going to continue with him because he was doing such a good job of shutting him down. And, yeah, he pitched really well. His fastball was good, and then I got him to throw a couple off-speed pitches to a guy, and, struck him out twice. And so that's one thing about pitchers. They either think they need to throw a curveball or a breaking ball, along with their fastball, and I'm kind of a change-up kind of guy, and I know we got I don't want to say too much on the radio, but we got him on a change-up, so hopefully he'll have a little more confidence in that pitch going forward.
And those weren't exactly easy conditions to be pitching in with the wind the way it was, so very impressive.
No, right. He did a good job. Both pitchers did a pretty good job. Yeah, he just battles, and he's a competitor. He kind of, something doesn't go his way, he takes it personal. That's good and bad, but yeah, no, he did a really good job. Hopefully he can continue that the rest of the season.
The throw he makes from the outfield that gets the rundown started between third and home. It's not like you guys have been outside for 2 months working on that sort of thing. How much work had you gotten to have on that sort of play so far?
Well, that sort of play, we've worked on it, just not him. I put him out there just so he didn't have to throw, and then lo and behold, they hit a ball out there, and he's got to make a throw to the plate, and made a perfect throw right on the money. And then we ended up, I believe that was the one we got him in a rundown, so that saved a run there. But yeah, that was a good throw. We've got to work on it a little bit, not as much as you'd like, but one thing, you've played long enough, you should remember the things. It's just a matter of reinforcing the skill, when you get to the games.
Today it's New Rockford-Sheyenne, and for you guys, JB's going to be on the mound. It's his second outing of the year. His first one, I thought he was really good over in Lemoore. What did he do well?
He just threw strikes, stayed ahead. Another thing, I'm just a big believer in get strike one and then you're ahead. Now the batter's on the defense. He can't stand and necessarily wait for his pitch, and I thought he did a good job of that over in Lemoore.
You're going to face Sky Cromlich for what must seem to your guys like the 20th time in their career. And this is a guy who does not rely on his fastball. He's very much a curveball pitcher. Do you go up there and eliminate the fastball as a hitter?
Yeah, I don't know. It's some hitters probably can. The off-speed stuff probably for our younger guys is going to be more of a challenge than the top 4 or 5 guys that are in our lineup, and just be a matter of letting them know, you got to kind of sit back there, expect that you're going to see a lot of off-speed pitches, and go from there. See a fastball, you got to try to hit it. Don't let it go by, because you're going to see a bunch of off-speed and junk, I guess you could say.
You hinted at this Saturday, but Weston played really well in center, and he's back out there for you today. That is the nice thing, I guess, having a team as young as yours, is there are opportunities to win jobs out there.
Right. Yeah, Luke and I discussed this yesterday or last night, whatever, and, first he was going to be gone to a track meet, but he's going to be here, so, he's going to play in center. He's been out there twice, JV, and then Saturday. And then yesterday was junior high or whatever, but he looks comfortable out there, does a good job. They're young. We kind of joked about today's outfield with Jacob on the mound is going to be 3 7th graders. I guess we'll see what the future looks like for outfield. One of them is actually probably more, 2 of them probably more infielders in there, up till now, but they've gone out there, did a good job of fielding the balls and making the catch plays they can make. And so we're going to see what happens today.
That is the pregame thoughts of head coach Wayne Shipman. And now let's give you the Bassett Motors batting order for New Rockford-Sheyenne. They will lead off with their shortstop, Tommy Almaris. Sky Cromlich pitches and hits second. Easton Simon, the second baseman, hits third. Alex Weisenberger, the catcher, in the cleanup spot. Leighton Jacobson is the designated hitter for right fielder Kaysen Noss. Jackson Simon at first base hits 6th. Jax DeMeester, the third baseman, hits 7th. Our buddy Vinny Rappel in left field hits 8th, and Alex Kanaterud hits 9th against Jacob Basons. He went 3 innings, 3 hits, gave up 2 runs with a walk and 4 strikeouts against Lemoore Litchfield Marion 2 weeks ago. And what do you expect to see out of JB here in this one, as we're just about ready to go? We are starting a good 5 minutes early.
I think he'll be around the strike zone and so forth. They've got to make plays defensively out there.
And a drive to center over the head of the center fielder, Weston Ehrman. Around second is Tommy Alvarez. He can fly, and he's into third with a leadoff triple. On the first pitch.
right on cue. One of my philosophies, again, is you see a good pitch, first pitch, you better be swinging. Don't take it.
And so, an immediate base runner. And here is Sky Cromlick. And he rips it into left center field. That's a base hit. Scoring is Alvarez on the RBI single. That took 2 pitches. It's 1-0 Rockets.
Well, that's one thing about Jacob. He's going to be around the plate and so forth. Early inning, first inning, not a big deal. Settle in, try to hit some spots.
And now it is Easton Simon. First pitch to Simon is high, ball 1. What a rip-roaring start for New Rockford-Sheyenne. We haven't even given you the defense behind Basons yet. The pitch. Inside, did it get him? It did not. It's ball 2.
Didn't miss him by much.
No, it certainly didn't. Wow, what a start indeed. The pitch, curved ball behind him, 3-0.
That he just kind of released a little bit behind him and come around the backside of Simon. Just need to follow through. See if he's swinging here, 3-0.
The 3-0 to the second baseman is behind him, ball 4. We've got all these nice graphics for the Rockets, and they're just up there, boom, 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 hit, no problem.
I just got to shake it off. Possibility of turning 2 here.
Here's Alex Weisenberger. First pitch to him is taken high, ball 1. Weisenberger is 6 for 18 with 2 RBI this season.
The one thing you notice about these New Rockford athletes and stuff like that is their legs. They're just developed. They're physically ready.
1-0 is skied in the air to shallow left center. Coming on is Radke Hui to make the catch. And there is 1 out, and that gives us a chance, finally, to give you the Carrington defense. Or that was Landon Clifton in left, not Radke.
In left field, we got Landon Clifton. Ehrman's in center, Hui in right. Across the infield, you got Otis at third, Wolski at short, Merring at second, Coots at first, and on the mound, Jacob Beauchamps, and catching, Mr. Whitman.
A little pop-up to shallow center. Ehrman calls off Wolski and drops it, now throws to second late. An E8. And the bases are loaded.
That's one of those tough plays with a little bit of inexperience and so forth. Not sure if he called the ball. Obviously, we can't hear it from here and that, but I kind of thought Tate might take charge there.
Bases are loaded, and a foul straight back by Jackson Simon. It's 0-1. Happy to have you with us today on 100.1 1600 The Cardinal, newsdakota.com, on the mobile app, on your smart speaker, and on YouTube. The 0-1 is a strike at the belt to Jackson Simon. It's 0-2. 3 on, 1 out, and 1 in.
be really something if they could get out of this inning by just giving up one.
Basons goes from the full wind, and that's outside and blocked by Whitman. That's where it's nice to have Max Whitman back there because you can still be confident enough to throw the curveball.
Yeah, absolutely. Does a great job back there.
1-2 to Jackson Simon. Basons throws, and it's strike 3 called over the inside corner. And Basons gets his first strikeout. There's 2 down. And now a chance to get out of this, giving up 1. Here's Jax DeMeester.
It's a big out.
The pitch is a fastball strike over the outside. It's 0-1.
That would be fantastic to get out of here by just giving up 1.
0-1 the count. Basons throws, and it's on the outside corner, 0-2. Well. All of a sudden, he's settled right down. 0-2 the count. The rock to the wind, and the pitch is swung on and missed. He struck him out, and the side is retired. So in the first for New Rockford-Sheyenne, a run on 2 hits with an error and 3 left. And now let's give you the Carrington batting order brought to you by Bassett Motors. They'll lead off with the pitcher, Jacob Basons. Talon Maring's the second baseman hitting second. Look at that OPS if you're watching on YouTube for third place hitter catcher Max Whitman. That's right, almost 1,700 for his OPS. Tate Wolski's the cleanup batter and shortstop with Jamison Coots at first base hitting fifth. James Rowell, the designated hitter, hits sixth. Isaiah Otis, the seventh place hitter at third base. Radke Hui in right field hitting eighth, and Landon Clifton is the left fielder hitting ninth. And they are facing today Sky Cromlick, who is 2-0 with a 3.90 ERA and a 154 whip in 14 1/3 innings, 13 hits, 9 walks. And look at that number on strikeouts. In 14 1/3 innings, he's got 26 strikeouts. And Rick, what about the defense around him?
We got out in left field, Ruppel, Canadarud's in center, Noss out in right field. Going across the infield, DeMeester at third, Almaris at short, Easton Simon at second. Not sure if that's his brother or not, but
yep.
Jackson Simon at first base, Cromlick on the mound, and Weisenberger behind the plate.
It's a Carrington ball club that comes in so far this year as a team hitting, if we can get it to pop up on the computer, there we are, 242 as a team.
That should be a confidence builder getting out of that first inning by only giving up 1. Let's see if they can turn around and respond here right away and pick up a run or 2.
Jacob Basons 1 for 11 in the early going. And he faces Sky Cromlick. And we talked about this in our warm-up show, but you have got to be ready to see the curveball. First pitch on the way from the right-hander. It's a fastball, cut on and missed 0-1. Do you think we'll see more aggressive swings early in counts because of the curveball?
I think so. I think that'll be the case.
The 0-1. There's the big curveball lined out to left. Here comes Ruppel to make the catch. He had to go quickly to his left, and there's 1 down.
That ball was hit hard, right on the nose. Good job of hitting that curveball.
And now here is Talon Maring. Talon has 6 hits. Why is that important? Well, he had 7 all of last season.
Yeah, he's been really swinging the bat well.
First pitch outside 1-0 to Talon Maring. Nobody on, 1 down, last of the first, bank forward scoreboard. The 1-0, Maring hits it in the air along the right field line, foul, 1-1. It is a 46-degree day, but it is not uncomfortable because there is very little wind. What wind there is blowing in from left. Here's the 1-1. Big curveball, stayed high, 2-1. After this pitch, we'll have a chance to identify the station. The 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2 on the I3G Sports Network.
The Cardinal is AM 1600 KDAK, Carrington, and FM 100.1 K261EW, Carrington. Locally owned and operated by I3G Media.
2-2 is fouled straight back by Mering. BJ Walters, Rick Christensen with you. Cardinals and Rockets for the first of 2 this regular season. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Again to Mering. A curveball slapped into left center field. That's a base hit. Talon Mering does a good job of staying back on the curveball, and a one-out base runner for the Cardinals.
Great job of hitting.
And now here come all the ridiculous stats for Max Whitman. He's 8 for 12 with 2 RBI, 6 runs, 4 steals. Remarkable start to the year for the senior as Mering gets checked on.
The left fielder's playing about 10 or 15 feet from the fence, so.
Yeah, if it goes over Benny's head, it's just going to go over everything.
Yep.
The pitch. Hit on the ground to third, knocked down by the third baseman. He has no play. And an error at third base. Tough play for DeMeester. And there's 2 on for Carrington. And here's Tate Wolski. Tate so far this year hitting 6 for 18 with 4 RBI.
Hopefully he can pick up a base hit here.
Big hole on the right side. The pitch is high, 1-0.
I do think if they're patient, they'll, curveball seems to be kind of breaking over the middle of the plate, so he'll have to locate that better if he hopes to get these guys out.
The 1-0 from Cromlich is a fastball strike at the belt. It's 1-1. Cromlich, of course, wrestles with some of these guys. Landon Clifton's on the wrestling team as well, as Carrington and New Rockford are co-op in that sport. The 1-1. Fastball, swing and a miss, 1-2. By the way, if you think that number on Max Whitman's OPS is impressive, it's not even close to the highest one in the school.
Wow.
1-2. The pitch. Popped up foul and out of play. Perfect opportunity to tell you why that is. Mara Coots is over 2,300 for her OPS. How does that happen?
It doesn't surprise me because when I was coaching and helping out and watching her in the cage there and stuff like that, she is one of the prettiest swings that I've seen, both guys and girls, over the years. I mean, she just really has great timing and fun to watch.
The 1-2 was high to Wolski with a curveball. 2-2 on deck is Jamison Coots, Mara's twin brother. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a fastball, and there's 2 down.
Seems like Tate's just a little anxious, pulling off just a little bit. His strength is the center field and right center field, so maybe he can make the adjustment next time around.
Jamison Coots 2 for 14 on the season. First pitch to him is fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Coots delivered his first RBI of the season on Saturday on a sacrifice fly in the first. Cromlich is ready, and he throws. And that is right at the knees. A perfect pitch, 0-2.
Yeah, you'll have to protect now.
Big hole on the left side as Almaris tries to hold on Talon Mering. The 0-2. Curveball outside. 1-2.
Good eye at the plate. That was a tough one to take.
Left-handed hitter. The 1-2 to Jamison Coots. Outside. 2-2. It can take a couple times to get that grip on the curveball, and it looks like Cromlich is still looking for it. They play him straight away. The 2-2 with 2 on and 2 out is lined down the right field line, and it's past the right fielder fair. Mering scores. Whitman scores. A 2 RBI double for Jamison Coots, and the Cardinals have a 2-1 lead. And, man, did he turn on it.
Yeah, he didn't overswing either. Nice, easy swing. Right on the, about 3-4 feet inside the chalk. Great hit.
Great hit indeed. And the Cardinals lead 2-1. And James Rao is the hitter, hitting a .182 with an RBI this season. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Boy. Well, you and I have talked about this off the air. Wayne Shipman's been telling James Rao, you can't wait for a strike. He was not on that swing.
Nope. Be aggressive.
The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Well, he's coachable. We know that.
Yep, for sure. He's young, and it's just one of those things. I just believe in being aggressive. I always have.
0-2 is strike 3 called over the inside corner. And the side is retired. But for Carrington in the first, they get 2 runs on 2 hits with an error and 1 left. And at the end of 1 inning on the Bank Forward scoreboard, it is the Carrington Cardinals 2 and the New Rockford-Sheyenne Rockets 1.
Your first car. It may have been a fixer-upper, but you treated it right. It was your own. That's how Showplace Cabinetry approaches each crafted piece. We deliver it to you with care, because it's our own. Central City Lumber can help you choose the design of your dreams. Give them a test drive. This American-made cabinetry is adaptable to your unique style and built with pride. Every single piece is back for a lifetime. Bet you wish you had that deal on your car. Stop in at Central City Lumber of Carrington, and let's build a beautiful kitchen or bath that really turns heads.
Life is about moments, big or small, joyful or challenging. At Carrington Health Center, we believe everyone in our community deserves compassionate care close to home, so you can focus on enjoying those moments surrounded by the people you love. At our facility, we put the care in
physical therapy,
radiology,
the
acute care, clinic.
Cardinals answer the run in the top of the first with 2 in the bottom of the first on maybe the hardest hit ball of Jamison Cooch's young career to this point, and the Cardinals lead it 2-1. Vinny Rappel will be leading off the second inning. I have to say, and I get it, it is what it is, but I'm a little bummed out that Tate's not pitching, because it would be Tate and Vinny, 2 guys who have been on the air with us. That would have been cool.
Right.
But maybe he hits a ground ball to Tate. Who knows?
Right.
Carrington leading 2-1. And for Vinny so far this year, hitting .214, 3 out of 14 with 2 runs scored. Right-handed hitter, though he throws left and he swings and misses over the top of the Jacob Bason's fastball. It's 0-1. JB settled down very nicely in the first.
He did. And then to get out of the inning with only 1 run was just great.
0-1, big cut, no contact, 0-2. Canadarud and then the top of the order and Almaris due up this inning after Vinny. Here's the 0-2. Fouled away, still 0-2. Cardinals will be off until next Tuesday when these 2 teams meet up the road in New Rockford.
I think he can get him with a fastball. He's behind the fastball.
0-2. Went to the fastball, a tie, 1-2. Of course, before that, I shouldn't say that's the next time Carrington's in action. They host Lemoore on Monday. Here's the 1-2. Fouled straight back, still 1-2. Hits the roof of the stands, which covers the grandstand for the fans.
He's getting his bat on the ball in that curveball. I'd throw him a fastball.
1-2. Check swing. Did he offer the appeal? Yes, he did. Strike 3. Third straight strikeout for Jacob Basons. And with 1 down, it's left-handed hitting Alex Canadarud. Now, this is only his second start, but he did reach base in 3 of his 4 plate appearances in his other game. The sophomore takes strike 1 over the outside corner. It is 0-1. He, of course, is younger brother of Connor Canadarud, who was very good for New Rockford. That's outside, 1-1.
He looks a little bit stronger here than he did his first start.
Certainly does. Went 3 innings in that start. The 1-1 hit in the air to left. Coming on is Landon Clifton. Reaches up, makes the catch. And there's 2 down. And all of a sudden, it's 4 in a row set down for Jacob Basons. And this is what having a senior does for you, because triple, single on the first 2 pitches of the game, it could go a different way.
Absolutely. No, he really settled in.
Was delivered by this young man, Tommy Almaris, outside ball 1. And I don't mean to bring up a sore spot, but with that triple, he's now 6 for his last 6 against Carrington in the regular season. He had the 5-hit game in New Rockford last year. That's fouled away, 1-1.
He started him with a curveball this time because he ripped that fastball.
That's right.
Which is smart.
A ball and a strike to Almaris. It's on the way, and it's hit on the ground up the middle. Tate Wolski to his left. Fields throws to first and gets his man to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left in a 1-2-3 second inning for Jacob Basons. After an inning and a half on the bank forward scoreboard, Carrington 2, New Rockford-Sheyenne 1.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Janko, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Carrington Drug, your independently owned Good Neighbor Pharmacy, salutes caregivers everywhere. The ones who aid an aging parent or nurturing a sick child. The fact is, we are all caregivers at different times, and your community pharmacist is ready to go above and beyond to support you with encouragement and guidance, good times and bad. Visit with Matt Paulson and his expert staff at Carrington Drug, 415 Main Street in Carrington, caring for you and our community.
Carrington 2, New Rockford-Sheyenne 1. As we go to the last of the second inning, it will be Isaiah Otis, Radke Huey, and Landon Clifton due up against Sky Cromlick, who threw 23 pitches in that first inning. And Carrington will look to add to the lead. Always say this when these two teams get together, but that's because it's always true. As bummed as the New Rockford-Sheyenne folks were when they had to switch it from being Cheyenne-New Rockford Black Sox to the Rockets, they could not have come up with a better uniform combination. This is pristine.
Yeah, it looks great.
Blue tops, Columbia blue tops, white numbers, black pants with Columbia blue pinstripes. As Isaiah Otis stares down strike 1, it is no balls and 1 strike to the Carrington freshman.
I'll just add, they're not as sharp as the Carrington new ones.
That's true. Here's a swing and a foul away. It's 0-2. Otis hitting a .54 in the early going. Yeah, these new Carrington jerseys, the all gray with the red numbers outlined in white.
I really like them.
I do, too.
Very sharp.
0-2. Here it comes from the right-hander Cromlick, and it's swung on and popped up. Foul out of play. Well, is it out of play? Cromlick on the move, and he dropped it in foul territory. I tell you what, that was a pretty good play by Sky Cromlick.
Catcher gave up on it. He didn't even go. Yeah, it was a tough play.
Radke Huey was scurrying back towards his dugout because it landed right about on the on-deck circle. He said, I'm out of here. 0-2.
See if he can take advantage of that.
Now the 0-2 from Cromlick, and it's a curveball, swing and a miss, strike 3. And, Rick, that's the best one he's thrown. And also, I mean, he's a freshman. He hasn't seen that very often.
Right off the corner, a pitcher's pitch for sure. Tough to lay off of. Looks like it's going to be in the strike zone, and it just isn't, but see if you can adjust next time around.
Radke Huey's 1 for 5 this year. It was as he swings and misses 0-1, it was the game-tying hit in Lemoore that accounted for his hit this season. 0-1, the pitch. Swing and a miss, went to the elevator fastball, and it's 0-2.
I really like that he's up there being aggressive, though. That's the only way you're going to learn. Be aggressive.
The 0-2 now, and the fastball is cut on and missed, strike 3.
I think he foul tipped that right into the catcher's mitt. But at least he went down swinging. Three swings.
Cromlech gets his 4th strikeout, and here is Landon Clifton. Landon so far 2 for 5 with 3 runs scored and 2 walks. We were talking about him before the broadcast. I mean, first pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. I mean, the Clifton family are all just you never can tell that they're as young as they are because they look like they're
gifted. They're athletic.
0-2. I mean, they look like they belong. No matter how young they are. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3 called over the outside corner, and Cromlech strikes out the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And at the end of 2 innings on the Bank Forward scoreboard, it remains Carrington 2, New Rockford-Sheyenne 1.
The fun is always on tap. I'm headed to Headlocks. Headlocks. Headlocks.
Head on over to Headlocks of Carrington for some great deals after the Cardinals game. If you and your friends come in sporting any Cardinals gear, you'll not only receive the friendliest service around, but also special discounts. Ask for more details and visit us on Facebook for all of our happenings.
The fun is always on tap. I'm headed to Headlocks. Headlocks. Headlocks.
Headlocks, Carrington, North Dakota.
There's no community like a Cenex community. That's why every Cenex store is proud to serve theirs by supporting local athletic teams, promoting the arts, and making sure each store is a place its neighbors can find what they need, catch up with their friends, and stay connected. It's also why we give back, helping to make the wonderful places we call home the best they can be. The store next door, powered locally at Cenex.
Visit your local Arrowwood Prairie Co-op in Carrington, Wimbledon, Cooperstown, and Sutton.
It's to the 3rd inning. Jacob Basons is going to face Sky Cromlech, Easton Simon, and Alex Weisenberger. We were just talking about in the booth, the athletic director, Carla Michelson, is up here, just talking about all the young athletes, like between not just the boys, but the girls as well. Rick, we may be entering some glory days of Carrington athletics around here.
Well, I've seen those glory days before because I coached against them. So, yeah, they come back around. Definitely a good athletic group. Announced that a little state tournament they had here last year for the 10, 11, 12-year-olds, and fun to watch. A lot of really good ball players.
Sky Cromlech takes ball 1 from Jacob Basons here in the 3rd. The pitch is hit on 2 hops to the second baseman Mering, who bobbles, recovers, and has time to throw out the hustling Cromlech. There's 1 down.
Good job of staying with it. Knocked it down. Plenty of time to get the guy at first.
Easton Simon walked in the 1st, and at that point, you would have been forgiven if you thought, uh-oh, after a triple and a single, but turns out Jacob Basons had it all along. There's ball 1 to Simon.
It's one thing about this game, don't assume anything.
That's right.
It's can humble you in a hurry, and you can get back in the ball game in a hurry, and
that's inside 2-0. There are other games going on in the region today. We'll tell you about them momentarily. The 2-0 is a strike, and it's 2-1. In fact, you'll be able to hear one of them on our sister station, KOVC, the Voice of the Valley, coming up in about, an hour or so. Here's a 2-1, high, ball 3. And that is Valley City. They are at Lemoore, Lynchville, Marion, Edgeley today. Get you a look at the standings as well. It's 3 balls and a strike. And the pitch is inside, ball 4. A one-out base runner brings up Alex Weisenberger, who flew out in his first at-bat. Flew out to left, and that seemed to really settle Jacob Basons down.
See if they send Simon here in the first pitch.
He's at first, 1 out, 3rd inning. Not going, and that's a little high, 1-0. The standings coming into today show South Border with a game lead on Valley City, Lemoore and New Rockford 2-2, Kidder County 1-2, and Carrington 1-4. That's inside, 2 balls and no strikes. South Border is playing Kidder County today, and of course we told you Valley City and Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, Edgeley. That's it. Townsend Field, the 2-0. On the inside corner with a fastball, 2 balls and 1 strike.
That was a good pitch there, right on the inside corner.
Basons checks Simon and throws, and that's just above the belt. 3-1. Hard to believe, but 3 weeks from now, we will be at Townsend Field for the Region 3B baseball tournament. 3-1 the count. It's on the way, and it's skied behind the plate foul. 3-2. And, of course, we are your exclusive radio and streaming partner this year for the regional tournament. All the games will be streamed right here on the KDAK, the Cardinal YouTube channel.
I'm surprised they didn't send him.
The 3-2 is fouled away again. Off to the right.
Probably because Max is behind the plate there with a pretty good arm.
And experienced middle infielders with Wolski and Mehring, who are pinched in to try and turn a double play. The 3-2 is high, ball 4, back-to-back walks. And 2 are on for right-handed hitting designated hitter Leighton Jacobson.
Well, see if they can turn 2 here.
Now that regional tournament, we should make mention, the entire tournament will be on our sister station, KXGT Thunder Country 98.3. Jacobson showing bunt. Otis really charged, vacated third base. The pitch was a strike, but Simon being pretty heads up, he just ran behind Otis and got a stolen base.
That's one of those plays you haven't worked on, been outside a lot and stuff like that. Even the first guy at first should have been down to second after he took off.
0-1 outside. Whitman snares it, 1-1. And a big reason why the entire tournament will be on 98.3 is we need to keep KDAK open for the softball tournament. So that's what we'll do. There's the 1-1. Inside, off the glove of Whitman, who recovers it. Down to second goes Weisenberger on the pass ball.
I thought that hit him, but it didn't.
I did too, and I think Max did as well, the way he kind of went after the ball. 2 balls and a strike. Potential tying run at third, lead run at second. And there's a fastball strike over the outside, 2-2. Jacobson in his first at-bat reached on the error on the fly ball to shallow center. The infield is in. Basons would like a strikeout here. The 2-2 is hit in the air to center. Weston Ehrman going back. It's over his head and all the way to the fence. Home is Simon. Home is Weisenberger. Going towards third is Jacobson. He's there with a 2-run triple, and it's 3-2 New Rockford-Sheyenne. He really hit that pretty hard.
Yes, he did. And Weston's playing fairly deep, too. It was hit hard. Those are the toughest ones, those line drive heading out directly toward you. And, I mean, he didn't have a chance to make a play on that, not indicating that, but they're tough plays.
Jackson Simon was called out on strikes in the first. Here he takes ball 1. The infield is still pulled in a 3-2 game here in the third.
By that new fence being up and that, it just seems like it's so much further out.
It does.
There when you get the center, I thought like, well.
And now a ground ball base hit into center for Jackson Simon. It scores Leighton Jacobson and increases the Rockets' lead to 4-2. Didn't try to do too much right there, just right up the middle.
Well, just one of those things where you walk the first two batters like that. It's tough. Walks will really hurt you.
Jax DeMeester struck out in the first. The pitch to him is fouled at the plate. It's 0-1. A 3-run inning here for the Rockets. They have a 4-2 lead. Middle infield still looks for two. The 0-1 is hit on the ground to short. Wolski can't pick it cleanly, so he throws to first and it's late. An E6 on Wolski advances Simon to second, and there are 2 on with still just the 1 out. And that is for Carrington their second error of the game.
The ball's hit pretty hard, but you just have to make that play.
Vinny Rappel will hit. He struck out in his first at bat. The third baseman Otis is creeping in.
See if he bunts him over.
First pitch to the 8-hole hitter. He shows bunt and takes a strike. It's 0-1.
I would think that's what he's going to do, but you never know.
8-hole with Alex Canadarud, a left-handed batter, on deck. 0-1. Here's the stretch and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. He just looks a little tardy on the fastball.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Last time up, I think he threw him a couple curveballs and he fouled him off. I'd just go fastball. I wouldn't even throw a curveball at him.
0-2. Base on stretches. Now he throws. Fastball in the dirt, 1-2.
It's all right.
That's frankly what you want to do on an 0-2. You don't want it to be right down the middle.
Yep.
1-2 the count, the stretch. And now the 1-2. Hit in the air to right. Moving back on it is Huey. He catches, and there's no tag by either runner. 2 down. Everybody just stays where they are. And with 2 down, here is Alex Canadarud, who flied out to...
They're doing their job out there, those youngsters. That's awesome.
Flied out to left in his first at bat. 2 on, 2 out, and 3 in. The 56th pitch of Jacob Bason's afternoon is a fastball a little high, 1-0. At second base, Jackson Simon. At first base, Jax DeMeester. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Good pitch.
You really want to get this guy because the top of the order is coming up.
That's right.
Throw him another fastball.
1-1 to Canadarud. Bason's deals, and it's on the outside corner. 1-2 with a fastball.
One more like that and get in and see if you can score some.
Now the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. A little bit in. He did not miss by a lot. It's 2-2. 2 on, 2 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2-run game in the third. Basons throws. Ooh, that didn't miss by much either. 3-2. That was pitch number 60 for the Carrington senior.
The runners will be off now.
They sure will. From second, Simon. From first, DeMeester. The stretch by Basons. There they go. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He struck him out, and he limits the damage. 3 runs on 2 hits with an error and 2 left. And now, at the end of 2.5 innings on the Bank Forward scoreboard, it is New Rockford-Sheyenne leading Carrington by a count of 4-2.
When you're thinking about insurance, think of Bickett Insurance. Bickett Insurance, through our partnership with Auto Owners Insurance, can take care of your farm, home, auto, business, or life insurance needs. The agents at Bickett Insurance have over 115 years of insurance experience. We know how to design policies to protect the things important to you. Give Bickett Insurance a call today.
Better get Bickett. Bickett Insurance Agency. Better get Bickett. Bickett Insurance Agency.
Here at Sendak Cooperative, we're here to provide you with all the products and services you've come to rely on for your farm operation. Please give us a call for all your fertilizer, seed, energy, and fuel needs for this year's growing season, and let us help you with all your grain marketing decisions. You can contact us today at any of our locations in Central North Dakota or visit us on the web at sendakcooperative.com. Sendak Cooperative, helping farm owners grow and succeed today and into the future.
Top of the order, don't we?
Top of the order is exactly right, Rick. 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the third inning. It will be Basons, Marion, and Whitman. You know, for all the hits in this game, Basons may have had the hardest hit ball of the day. A line out to Vinny Rappel in left field to begin the first. And he just hasn't had any luck so far this year. He's 1 for 12, but he's not hitting the ball like he's 1 for 12.
No, he's hit the ball squarely 6, 7, 8 times. That
first pitch to him's outside, 1-0.
See if we can respond now with the top of the order.
1 ball the count. Cromlich deals. Hit on the left field line and deep. Rappel goes back. It's off the fence. Into second with a double is Jacob Basons, and he's saying, I'd like to face Sky Cromlich more often, please. He is smoking the ball.
He's sneaky, kind of. He's gotten so much stronger in these last 2 years that has just made him a much better athlete all the way around. Played football. Really fun to see.
Talon Maring hits. He is 1 for 1 with a single. And he hits it on the ground towards deep short. Almaris Fields throws to first high and beyond the first baseman. On to third is Basons. He'll hold there. It's an infield single and an E6. And they're the corners with nobody out for Carrington.
Being this is the regular season, they'll probably pitch to Max, but if it was the tournament, he might be going down to first base. That being open.
I have to tell you, I'm surprised they're pitching to him. The first one is low, 1-0. We'll see how much they're actually pitching to him. With second and third and nobody out. Whitman reached on an error in the first. And he does take a strike. It's 1-1.
I'm not totally surprised just because it's regular season and this or that. You know, sometimes you want to see what your pitchers do against some of these better hitters too, and that. So it's a learning experience that way for them too.
1-1 is smoked into left center field. A base hit for Whitman. Around third with the second run is Maring. Whitman into second with a 2-run double. It's 4-4.
Sat on the curveball.
And when you say as a coach, stay back, that's exactly what you're talking about.
Yep.
I mean, he stayed all the way back on it. And the game is tied on the bank forward scoreboard. Here's Tate Wolski, who struck out in his first at bat.
Good responding here. 2 runs already.
The pitch. Wolski takes high, 1-0. You know, we talk a lot about the young guys and the experience they're getting. These top 5 in the order are veteran guys. They've done this a time or two. That's high, 2-0.
Right. Same thing with the top of their lineup and so forth. You find that a lot in Class B where you maybe not 1 through 9 as solid as you'd like to be, but because you got some younger kids playing out there and that. But
2-0, a spin and a throw into center field by Cromlich. Whitman goes to third. The throw there gets away. Max Whitman will come to the plate, and he will score. On 2 errors, it is 5-4 Carrington. An E1 allowing Whitman to go to third, and an E8 allowing Whitman to score. Well, you don't see that very often, and Dave Scogan's going to go to the mound, and I think his message is going to be, guys, take a breath here. It's happening so fast. Just take a breath.
Yeah, the Carrington runners are being aggressive, putting the ball in play. Pressure's on them.
We have seen, we're no outs in the third. We have seen 6 combined errors in the game. And a lot of it is just the offensive players putting a lot of pressure on the defenders.
Yep.
2-0 now to Wolski. Rocking to the wine Cromlick. He throws, and Tate skies one out to center. Canadarud hardly has to move. He makes the catch, one down. And that will bring up Jamison Coots, who ripped a 2-run double down the right field line in his first at bat. Carrington 5, New Rockford-Sheyenne 4 here in the third. And a foul straight back over the protective overhang. It's 0-1. There is a good crowd on hand on a 47-degree day. The 0-1 is outside, 1-1.
Max keeps hitting the ball like that. They won't pitch to him with nobody on.
The 1-1 is grounded towards second. Easton Simon fields and throws to first, 2 down. Well, it will be reminiscent of last year with Berkeley, France at the District Legion tournament where the Edgeley coach with the bases loaded and 1 out intentionally walked him, and our broadcast position in Wishick was such we could hear the conversation, and the umpire said, "You know that forces in a run." And the Edgeley coach said, "Oh, I know."
Yeah. I don't want to force in 4.
That's right. Ball 1 to James Rao, who was called out on strikes at his first at bat. Here's the 1-0 on the way. And Rao lines it on a hop to short. Almaris fields, throws to first, and makes the play. The side is retired. But Carrington answered the 3 in the top of this inning with 3 in the bottom of it. And so now at the end of 3 on the Bank Forward scoreboard, it is Carrington 5 and New Rockford-Sheyenne 4.
Bassett Motors, where our customers send their friends.
Hi, this is James at Bassett Motors. Let's test drive a new Chevrolet together. Stack up the savings with discounts and rebates combined with 0% financing for the lowest payments of the year. See us online at BassettMotors.com or call us 701-652-2955. Or better yet, stop in and see our wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles.
Where our customers send their friends.
Bryn Hansen, a senior at Deluxe Billington High School and the 2025-26 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. While the scoreboard reveals the winner of a high school athletic contest, the real winners are those that display good sportsmanship. We need those people who treat competition as a game and not a war. People who show genuine concern for an injured player and those who accept all decisions of the game officials. Remember to be a good sport and a good citizen when you attend a high school game. This has been a public service message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
The line scores through 3 for Carrington. 5 runs on 5 hits with 2 errors. They've stranded 1. New Rockford, 4 runs, 4 hits, 4 errors. They've stranded 5. It will be the top now of the Rockets order for the 3rd time against Jacob Basons. It'll be Thomas Almaris, then Sky Cromlick, and then Easton Simon. Been quite the game so far.
Yes, it's been a good one. Aggressive. Again, you play these games trying to build, toward the regional tournament, and it just does you good. Whether you win the ball game or lose the ball game, you want to learn from it.
A strike to Tommy Almaris, who has tripled and grounded out, also scored a run. The 0-1 is a cue shot foul towards the Carrington dugout. It's 0-2. Carrington along the first baseline, New Rockford-Sheyenne along the third baseline. Nothing into the count. Bason says yes, rocks, kicks, and throws, and it's outside 1-2.
What number is this in the order? Oh, leadoff, okay.
Leadoff hitter, yep. 1-2, the pitch is hit on the ground to deep, short, and through, a base hit. Almaris has a second knock, And it'll bring up Sky Cromlech.
I have a feeling we're going to see this the whole game when the top of the order gets up for both teams.
These two first 5 hitters of these orders are really, really good. And Allmerus is fast. He may not be at first for long. Here's Cromlech. 1 for 2 with a single. He takes a strike. It's 0-1. Vinny always quick to point out that Tommy's the fastest kid in the school. So he may not be at first for very long. 0-1. The stretch by Basons. He throws. Runner bluffs, and that's low. 1-1.
They're definitely respecting the arm of Max.
Yeah, having a good catcher there can shut down a running game. 1-1. The pitch is a little above the belt. 2-1.
That looked like a pretty good pitch.
It did. Middle infield looks for 2. That's Wolski and Mehring. Now the 2-1. Runner bluffs. It's hit on the ground to Wolski. It is not a double play ball, and Wolski bobbles. The third Carrington error.
Those are tough ones. Just got to shake it off.
And, of course, Tate is such a competitor. He'll be beating himself up mentally for that. Here's Easton Simon, who has walked twice. And I don't think he's seen a strike. I think he's walked on 4 pitches both times.
Yep.
And in case you're wondering, no, he's not bunting. 3-hole hit. Oh, he is bunting. And he gets it down to Basons, who bobbles, throws to first late. And E1. I can't believe he was bunting.
I honestly can't either.
Holy smokes. We're seeing everything. But another error. This one on Basons, and the bases are loaded.
Just one of these games where you're going to learn a lot, where you have to make fundamental plays and get an out, and just a good learning lesson.
Alex Weisenberger has walked and flied out. Now he shoots one through the left side, a base hit. 1 run is home. Here comes Cromlech to the plate. The throw there is late. Cromlech scores, and it is 6-5 New Rockford-Sheyenne.
It's not a surprise when you give outs away. It just seems like that's the baseball gods that are dictating what goes on. You just can't make mistakes, especially with the top of the order up.
So now it's Leighton Jacobson, who has tripled to center and reached on an error. Basons throws, and Jacobson skies one out to left. It's hooking. It is foul.
Boy,
0-1.
That really carried.
And with the wind blowing in from left, you wouldn't necessarily expect that. But you're right, that carried a long way. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Got him a little in front of it.
Now, if anybody I expected the bunt, it would be him moving them to second and third with 1 out.
Yep. But Easton Simon, how about that? The 0-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. And for Basons, he gets another punch out. That is number 5. And with 1 out, here is Jackson Simon, who has singled and struck out. A seesaw affair so far here in Carrington. And stepping off is Basons. In fact, I bet there's a seesaw over at the playground across the way. The stretch and the pitch. Jackson Simon hits a ground ball to the right side. The only play for Mehring is at first. It works out like a sac bunt. And there's 2 down as both runners move up. As going to third was Easton Simon, and to second, Alex Weisenberger. And here is Jax DeMeester.
I really thought that he would bunt them over with nobody out, to pick up a couple runs. He might get lucky and get a base hit here.
DeMeester 0 for 2. He takes ball 1 low. again, we say it, if you get out of this only being down by 1, it's almost a win.
Absolutely.
1-0. Basons delivers. And it's hit into left field, a base hit. Simon scores. Here comes Weisenberger. A 2 RBI single, and now it is 8-5.
That's why he's coaching and I'm up here.
So,
well, you're looking for them clutch 2-out hits, and there's one of them. Didn't try to do too much with it.
The 8th batter of the inning is Vinny Rappel. He has flied out and struck out in the game. 8-5, New Rockford-Sheyenne. The pitch. Vinny skies it in the air to center. Ehrman drifts back, reaches up, makes the catch, and the side is retired. But 4 runs on 2 hits with 2 errors, and 1 more left on base, and now halfway through it, middle of the 4th, after 3.5 at Carrington City Park on the Bank Forward scoreboard. New Rockford-Sheyenne leading the Cardinals 8-5.
Running tough, running strong. High Plains Equipment.
High Plains Equipment is your authorized Case IH dealer serving farmers around Carrington, Devils Lake, Rugby, and Harvey. When you're ready to invest in a new piece of quality Case IH equipment, their friendly, knowledgeable sales, financing, service, and parts departments will make sure your experience is outstanding. Visit highplainseq.com to connect with your local Case IH High Plains Equipment location. Many dream of 5-star hotels and 5-star restaurants. What about 5-star treatment from your dentist? That's exactly what you'll get at Carrington Dental Care. Dr. J's and Dr. Chaz's gentle, relaxed, and friendly atmosphere will give you a full-service dental experience with 5-star customer service and care. Carrington Dental Care will give you 5-star dental treatment for the entire family. New patients are always welcome. Visit thecarringtondentist.com or call 701-652-2801.
Well, we hope you're comfortable because we're only halfway through it. It's 8-5. BJ Walters, Rick Christensen with you, and the Cardinals are going to send up the lower third of the order. Otis, Huey, and Clifton against Sky Cromlick. They all struck out in their first at-bats, these 3. But it makes sense. You haven't seen a pitcher like this. Now, what adjustments do you make?
Well, I think, again, first of all, just remember, be aggressive. Look for that fastball. And if it's there, you got to take a cut at it. And
like that, a fly ball to short. Tommy Almaris has it, and there's one down.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Putting the ball in play. And
now Radke Huey. Right-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher for New Rockford-Sheyenne, trying to get to 3-2 in region play. First pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. 4 in the top of this inning has flipped it on its head yet again. The 0-1. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. 1-1. I mean, I seriously doubt it is going to end 8-5.
I don't think so.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss. A little tardy on the fastball. 1-2.
Yeah, just a little bit of youth. I'm glad he's swinging and doing a good job.
The 1-2. Huey skies one out to left. Back is Rappel, reaches up and makes the catch. Radke hit that ball pretty hard, 2 down.
Yeah, he hit that thing about 270, 280 out there, maybe further. Good job.
And here's Landon Clifton. I will say the least surprising part of Landon Clifton, no batting gloves. He's a Clifton. What did you expect? First pitch to the 9-hole hitter is a fastball strike. It is 0-1.
It's a pretty good job putting the ball in play, though, coming up your second time at the plate. So good job for them.
0-1. Hit in the air along the third base line. DeMeester in foul territory makes the catch. And the side is retired. A 1-2-3 inning for Sky Cromlich. And at the end of 4 at the Carrington City Park and on the bank forward scoreboard, it is still Carrington trailing New Rockford-Sheyenne 8-5.
Get ready to mow better and faster with a John Deere mower or compact tractor from Leading Edge Equipment. With a huge selection of new and pre-owned John Deere zero-turns, lawn tractors, and compact tractors, you'll be ready to tackle any project on your property. Visit leadingedgeequipment.com to view inventory or stop in for a test drive. Now through May, save 15% on mower blades, belts, and home maintenance kits. Leading Edge Equipment, proud to be your John Deere dealer in Michigan, Devils Lake, Hampton, and Carrington. Do you want to make sure homework time isn't spent on games and video streaming? Dakota Central can help. With Experience IQ, you set limits to ensure your kids aren't playing when they should be doing homework. With premium managed Wi-Fi from Dakota Central, you can create healthier internet habits for your children from the easy-to-use Command IQ app. Learn more about premium Wi-Fi and Experience IQ today at www.dakotacentral.com.
The Cardinals trail it 8-5, and let's pause 10 seconds for station identification live from the Carrington City Park. This is Cardinal Baseball.
The Cardinal is AM 1600 KDAK, Carrington, and FM 100.1 K261EW, Carrington, locally owned and operated by I3G Media.
BJ Walters and Coach Rick Christensen with you here in Carrington. It's 8-5. Don't forget, coming up on Thursday, we have, what is it, the 8th attempt at the region opener for softball, I think. Poor Carla's getting her first 10-minute break of the whole spring watching the game up here with us.
For sure.
But this time we think it's going to happen. Carrington and Larimore, and we've got it for you at 3:45 here on the Cardinal and on YouTube. Alex Canadarud takes a strike. He's 0 for 2. And then Friday, don't forget this. Friday, Cardinal softball is at home. Makeup game with Mayport, CG, Hatton, Northwood. A swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Don't forget about that. And then Monday is the makeup game with Nelson County Midcoda. That'll be a fun day because both teams will be in action at the same time. The 0-2, swinging a foul right at the plate, still 0-2. We will have baseball against Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, Edgeley Monday, but we'll very easily be able to keep updated on how softball is doing against the Chargers, who are a very, mind you, high-scoring team. They score a lot and they give up a lot, so that could be a rather entertaining game.
Yes.
The 0-2 is lined on a hop to Tate Wolski, who fields, throws high to first base. And now getting back to the bag is Canadarud. It is the 3rd error of the game against Tate Wolski. And the 5th error on Carrington.
Unfortunate. Just have to shake it off and make the next play.
And now the top of the order, Tommy Almaris, who has singled and tripled, also has grounded out. Canadarud has a good lead at first. He's not going, and Almaris hits it down the left field line. A fair ball all the way to the fence. Coming to third is Canadarud. He's going to get held up. He was 30 feet down the line, and Dave Scogan put up the stop sign. It's a double for Almaris, who is now a home run shy of the cycle. And here comes Sky Cromlich. Now, Almaris in New Rockford last year was 5 for 5 and a home run shy of the cycle against Carrington. He's now 3 for 4 and a home run shy of the cycle in this game. And Sky Cromlich hits one in the air to right center. Coming in for it, Huey. He's got it. Both runners are tagging. Coming to the plate is Canadarud. He scores. It's 9-5. Now, I seriously doubt they're going to look at this, but it was real close at second base whether Almaris left early.
I noticed he was off and running, but he might have went a little bit early.
Carrington does not appeal, and so now here's Easton Simon, and he skies one down the right field line, foul. 0-1. Simon has walked twice and reached on an error.
He doesn't seem to be swinging the bat like he normally does. I wonder if that shoulder isn't a little bit of a
that right
problem.
shoulder from football. Here's the 0-1. Hit back to Bason's throw to first in time. He never checked the runner, though. And coming home to score is Olmerus. It is 10-5.
That's another one of those things about practice and communicating, and that you'll work on that.
So 10-5. New Rockford-Sheyenne. And a strike to Alex Weisenberger.
Jacob's doing his job. He's throwing strikes. You just got to make those plays behind him.
87 pitches, 2/3 of them for strikes, and he fouls it away, does Weisenberger. 0-2 with 2 down, 2 home in the inning. Rockets 10, Cardinals 5 here in the top of the 5th inning. Still lots of ball to be played in this game.
For
0-2.
sure.
The pitch is low and goes to the backstop. 1-2. Of course, all of this glorified practice for 3 weeks from now. 1-2. The pitch. Lined up the middle of base, hit for Weisenberger. And he's aboard with 2 down. He hit that ball pretty hard as well.
I'll tell you, truthfully, I'm really impressed with those 7th graders in the outfield. There's a lot of kids that might come up there nervous and the ball goes under your glove and goes all the way to the fence. They haven't let that happen at all. And that's really, really awesome to see.
Here is Leighton Jacobson hitting a little roller that goes foul, 0-1.
Pick that up before it comes back fair.
Like happened in 2 major league games last night. The Pirates-Cardinals in the 9th inning, part of Dennis Santana collapsing in the 9th. And then Mason Miller lost his shutout streak in large part because of that exact thing happening last night against the Cubs. Bason stretches. The 0-1 is fouled away, 0-2. I'm not too proud to say I was very much watching my Pirates when that happened last night, and I was very much not happy when that happened last night.
The biggest thing about making plays behind your pitcher is the fact that he's got to throw that many more pitchers when you're not making those plays. There's a nice play at third.
There's a nice play by Isaiah Otis. The throw to first is in time, and the 93rd Jacob Bason's pitch is the final out of the 5th inning. But another 2 runs for New Rockford-Sheyenne, and now at the end of 4.5 on the Bank Forward scoreboard, they lead Carrington 10-5.
Carrington sports fans, want to stay on top of all the local action? Catch what you missed by checking out the Foster County Independent. From game-changing plays to memorable moments, we've got you covered with the most in-depth sports coverage in town. And don't miss our stunning photo galleries that capture every thrilling moment and winning smile. For the latest scores, stories, and stunning sports shots, grab your copy of the Foster County Independent today or visit us online at fosterconews.com.
Here at Old National Bank of Carrington, we prefer to be the bank of choice that helps our clients fulfill their dreams, passionately supports our communities, and invest in the growth and development of our team members. Our mission has deep roots and a trusted partner. We invest our time, heart, and expertise so that our clients and communities thrive. Come see us today at Old National Bank from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday on Main Street in Carrington.
Cardinals trail 10-5, but we were just talking about during the break, okay, well, now it's Jacob Bason's, Talon Merring, and Max Whitman coming up. How long is it really going to be 10-5 for? Who knows?
Hopefully they just keep hitting the ball, not trying to do too much. You can't get it all back at one time. Get on base.
Sky Cromlick has only thrown 54 pitches. That's all. Carrington's been very aggressive and very successful.
Absolutely.
Bason's has doubled. He's also lined out to deep left. And he'll face Cromlick the 3rd time through the order now for Carrington. trailing by 5 at home. First pitch from the junior is a curveball, and that may have been his best one of the game. It's 0-1.
You look at center and left field, they're back deep now after they've seen the top of the order hit the ball the way they have.
The 0-1, outside 1-1. They're also very, very, and you can kind of see this on the YouTube shoot, they are pull side big time. Here's a 1-1. Base on's a check swing at a called strike over the outside. It's 1-2.
Probably should be looking curveball here.
1 ball, 2 strikes. It's on the way from Cromlich, and it's a fastball high, 2-2.
Of course, I was wrong.
Connor Weber's up here watching his guys for the summer. That's right. He's going to be coaching them up. The 2-2 inside 3-2. I had to cut a deal with him. He would coach him only if he didn't have to do a pregame interview before every game. 3-2 is on the outside corner with a fastball. Strike 3 called. He just never went back to the curveball, and I think that surprised Jacob a little bit. Talon Maring has singled twice in the game.
He has really swung a good bat so far. Hope it continues.
He's got more hits this season than he had all of last season. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. He had 7 last year. He's now 8 for 17 this year. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
The 0-1. And Maring looks at a strike. It's 0-2. So Cromlich has gone away from the curveball a little bit.
He ripped a curveball the first time up with 2 strikes on. Let's see what he does.
The 0-2. Fastball just off the plate outside, 1-2.
He might just stay with that.
Max Whitman is on deck. Here's the 1-2. Curveball low, 2-2.
Nice job of laying off that. That was kind of on the corner.
Now the 2-2 on the way. Fastball high, and from 0-2, he's worked it full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Really nice job here by Talon Maring. The 3-2 on the way, and he fouls it off. Still 3-2. First Legion game of the year will be a 9-inning game June 3rd at Devil's Lake, and we'll have it for you here on the Cardinal. Here's the 3-2. Fastball fouled off, and this will now be the 8th pitch of this at bat.
Good at bat. He's really been a tough out so far this year.
Big gap in right center. I mean, he could run forever if he hits it to right center. The 3-2. Curveball. He struck him out swinging. Good pitch by Sky Cromlich. 2 down. And here's Whitman, who has reached on an error and doubled in the ball game.
If you know Rockford, that's where you want him, up with nobody on.
Now it still matters if he hits a home run, but not as much.
Right.
The pitch is high, 1-0. One ball the count. The rock to the wind, and Cromlich deals, and it's a curveball low, 2-0. Max, a very good multi-sport athlete, football quarterback, made it to state with the Jamestown Blue Jay hockey program, and now here he is, the 2-0. Fouled straight back, 2-1.
Mad at himself. Got out in front.
2 balls and 1 strike. I still say the foul ball he hit in Thompson was the most impressive foul ball I've ever seen last year. The 2-1 is a big curveball that stayed up. 3-1 with Tate Wolski on deck. I mean, he probably interrupted a third period science class with that foul ball. Hit the roof of the building. The 3-1 is high, ball 4. And here comes Tate Wolski, who has struck out and flied out in the game. Carrington back at it Monday against Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, Edgeley, and we're going to get a runner at first base, and it is Adrian Otis, who will run for Max Whitman. First pitch to Wolski now is hit on the ground out to short. Almaris will flip it to Simon, and the side is retired. No runs on no hits with no errors, and one left. And now at the end of 5 innings on the Bank Forward scoreboard from the Central City, it's New Rockford-Sheyenne leading Carrington 10-5.
When it's time to buy a new appliance for your home, remember DJ's Home Center. Did you know they are a locally owned business and that they have been serving this great community since 1993? DJ's Home Center services and delivers within 45 miles of Carrington, bringing you the best prices on all major brand appliances. So don't go anywhere else. Remember that DJ's Home Center is your local, low-priced, best-trained appliance store. Located right by the roundabout. Go Cardinals!
Committed to serving you with compassion. Evans Funeral Home of Carrington and New Rockford. Always available with the care you require, even at the most difficult time. You can count on Evans Funeral Home to provide guidance and answers when it comes to pre-planning, finding the perfect monument or marker to honor your loved one, or for service arrangements. Contact Evans Funeral Home in New Rockford at 947-2911 or in Carrington at 652-3003.
Defensive changes for Carrington. And when we get all of them figured out, we will relay them to you. But the new pitcher is Jamison Coots. The new first baseman is Tate Wolski. The new shortstop is Talon Maring. The new center fielder is Jacob Basons. And the new second baseman is
Radke
Hui. And the new right fielder is Weston Ehrman. All right, so we got that all sorted. Left to right in the outfield, we'll reset it for you. Landon Clifton, Jacob Basons, and Weston Ehrman. Left to right on the infield, Isaiah Otis, Talon Maring, Radke Hui, and Tate Wolski, with Max Whitman now catching Jamison Coots. And on the year for Jamison, this is his third game. He's gone an inning and a third, 4 hits, 3 runs, only 1 earned, with 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. And he struck out the side in the 5th in Valley City in that second Mercy Rule loss to the Highliners. Really, I thought pitched as well as he's ever pitched in that 5th inning of that game.
Yeah, just needs to come in here and throw strikes, give his team a chance.
10-5, it will be Jackson Simon, Jax DeMeester, and Benny Rappel here in the 6th. Carrington down 10-5. New Rockford-Sheyenne trying to get back above 500 in region play. Carrington looking for their second region win. The pitch to Simon is swung on and skied along the fence down the right field line. Foul. 0-1.
Not away. Come in and get ahead of the batter. Throw strikes.
The way that Coots throws, he's naturally going to get a lot of run on his fastball like that right there. It floats up and away, but it probably ran about 6 to 8 inches. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the sophomore, who works the third base side of the rubber, throws wide 2-1.
My oldest son was a lefty, and he couldn't break a pane of glass, but he could make the ball move. Lots of practice throwing up against the garage.
2-1 is outside ball 3. 3-1 to Jackson Simon. Swing and a miss.
Good pitch.
3-2. Now, Simon is just a freshman. He is Easton's younger brother. 3-2. And the payoff on the way from Coots is popped up. Foul territory, first base side, and out of play. But Benny, all throughout football season, told me that Jackson may be the better athlete of the two, which is hard to believe because Easton is some kind of athlete.
He is a good one.
3-2. The pitch. curveball, pulled foul. Still 3-2. Every now and then, Jamison will give you the hook.
That might have hit him if he didn't swing.
That's right. 3-2 in the 8th pitch of the at-bat to Jackson Simon. From the left-handed sophomore reliever. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Went back to the heater.
Good job there. Battled back, got the strikeout.
Jax DeMeester is 1 for 3 with a single.
That's a big pitch. Keep the guy off first base, bottom of the order.
Now the first one to DeMeester is a curveball. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Nothing in 1. To the third baseman. Another curveball and a perfect one on the outside corner. It's 0-2 to next year's starting quarterback as the Rockets try to three-peat in 9-man. Here's the 0-2. Curveball, didn't miss by much. 1-2.
He's really improved.
He really has. Quite a bit. A 1-2. Outside 2-2. Quite honestly, when it comes to 9-man football, it's kind of New Rockford and Lemoore until further notice.
It seems like it, that's for sure.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and he has struck out 5 in a row if you go back to that Valley City game. 2 down for Vinny Rappel.
Great job. Be important to get this guy out, too, because then they don't have top of the order in the 7th. They got to start with 9.
That's right. Rappel 0 for 3. Curveball inside 1-0.
Keep throwing strikes.
1 ball the count. Coots throws. Fastball strike over the outside. It's 1-1.
Ooh.
That did not miss by much. 2-1. To the right-handed hitting, but left-handed throwing, left fielder, Vinny Rappel. 2-1 the count. The pitch is a strike. It's 2-2. He also writes left-handed, which when he was doing B-squad basketball games, he said, you know, all of this setup would be great if I was right-handed. Here's a 2-2. That's low, 3-2. We're hopeful to have Vinny back again with us in the fall. We're hopeful. He's debating what to do after high school. Here comes the payoff. Fouled straight back, still 3-2. I told him, I said, look, I'm not going to try to sway your opinion, but look at all the potential state championships you could be a part of. Not trying to sway any opinion, just throwing it out there. There's a 3-2. Curveball hit on a hop to the first baseman, Wolski, who takes it to the bag, and the side is retired. A 1-2-3, 6th inning for sophomore Jamison Coots, and now at the end of 5.5. On the main forward scoreboard, it's New Rockford-Sheyenne 10 and Carrington 5. Central City H2O of Carrington has all of your beverage, water bottle, dispenser, and vending needs covered. They serve a 15-county area and deliver to home, office, and work sites a line of water and other products. Visit CentralCityH2O.com or call 701-652-2141. Visit them on Facebook for more information about in-home and office deliveries and the products available. Hydrate your home and office. Central City H2O of Carrington. We supply the water and vending you need where you need it.
Carrington House Movers specializes in taking care of your building from where it is to its new destination. With their local location, it's easy to get a hold of them and get the job done. With nothing but 5-star ratings, there's no job they can't do. Carrington House Movers. Call them at 701-652-2378 for pricing and information. 652-2378. Carrington House Movers. Find them on Facebook or call them at 701-652-2378.
On to the last of the 6th inning now, and Jamison Coots, then James Rao, then Isaiah Otis against Sky Cromlick, who has still only thrown 74 pitches. He's been very economical in this game. Coots has doubled in 2 trips. Cromlick seems to be, as he throws the first pitch low, 1-0. Seems to me, Rick, that he's getting stronger as the game goes.
He's looking like he's using his fastball more for sure. That
inside 2-0. Carrington hasn't scored since that 3-run third inning. He's retired the last 7. 6 of the last 7. He walked Whitman. The 2-0. Outside ball 3. So I guess the third out of the third inning, it's 7 out of 8 that he has retired.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a 3-0. That's right through there. 3-1. Boy, how about that top half of the inning for Jamison Coots? He was really good.
Very good.
3-1 is a strike, 3-2. He's gaining in confidence. You can just tell he's gaining in confidence as a pitcher. The 3-2. Here's a fly ball into right. Starting back now comes racing in. Does Casenas to make the play. There's one down. And that'll bring up James Rao. Well, you and Wayne both said before last year started, you just wait. Jamison Coots is going to be a really good player. First pitch to Rao, swing and a miss, 0-1.
Well, you can tell he's stretched out now a little bit from last year and stuff like that, and he's gotten stronger, and he can get even stronger in that. He'll be a good one.
The 0-1 is swung on and popped up behind the plate. It will land behind us, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, I'm impressed so far with the pitching that he's doing. I mean, he's really looked good. That's key.
Nothing into the count. Here it is from the right-hander, Cromlick, and it's outside 1-2.
I mean, they may need him to be a starter when it comes time to regional play and so forth. So
here's a 1-2. Curveball, strike 3 called, and James Rao is a young player who probably has not seen a hook like that maybe ever.
No, it's just one of those things. Could say it a million times, I guess, but that's why you play these games, and you want them to see those kinds of pitches so they can learn from it.
Isaiah Otis hits it on the ground towards third. DeMeester drops it. An error on the third baseman. Looked like he dropped it as he was trying to go from glove to hand, and it's a 2-out base runner for Carrington. That'll bring up Radke Huey.
Well, that's important because he doesn't make that play. It's one batter closer to the top of our lineup again for the 7th.
There's a strike to Huey, who has flied out deep to left and also struck out in the ball game. This will be pitch number 87 for Cromlick. He throws. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
I really like his aggressiveness, though. It's nice to see him at the plate swinging the bat.
The 0-2. Huey hits it back up the middle. That's going to hit the bag. The throw to first will be over the head of the first baseman. Going to third is Isaiah Otis on the error. An infield hit. And now Carrington have the 9-hole hitter up.
Great job of hitting. I'm not sure what he threw him there exactly, but he threw 2 fastballs kind of by him on the upper part. But great job of hitting with 2 strikes.
So they're at the corners for Landon Clifton, and if he reaches, it's the top of the order in a big threat, the pitch. Clifton takes ball 1.
Yeah, this is huge if he can get on.
And if you're Sky Cromlick, you can't mess around here.
No, you got to throw strikes and make him put it in play. And
Clifton has a couple of hits this season. The 1-0 to him. Is a strike on the outside.
Pretty good job by Radke. I mean, making an adjustment after that first at bat. That's impressive, especially for a 7th grader.
The 1-1. Check swing. Did he offer? Home plate umpire says no. 2-1. 2-1 the count. The stretch in the 2-1 from Cromlech. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Two on, 2 outs.
I'm not sure what he's going to throw, but it wouldn't surprise me if he threw a curve, but he should throw a fastball.
2-2 is fouled away. Still 2-2. That's headed back over where I'm parked. I don't like that very much. That's okay.
You got a good insurance agent?
Could be better, I guess. Could be worse. It's just kind of middle of the road. Here's a 2-2. Fouled away again.
Another great at bat for a 7th grader.
Couple of fastballs here. At some point, he's got to drop that hook in, doesn't he?
I would think so, but you never know.
The 2-2 is a curveball. Strike 3 called over the outside corner. And there it was to retire the side. Carrington get 2 on, but they do strand those 2. And as we go to the 7th inning in the Central City, it is still New Rockford-Sheyenne 10 and Carrington 5.
Napa is your source for quality auto parts for your car or truck in Carrington. Let us use our Napa know-how to help you find the right battery, brakes, filters, headlights, wipers, or other parts you need to get your job done. We also stock tools, equipment, and many other items for cars, heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farm equipment. Order your parts online or drop by today at 490 8th Street North. Call 652-3663. Your Carrington Napa Auto Parts team looks forward to serving you today.
On the field, every second counts, and when injuries happen, you need a hometown advantage. At JRMC Orthopedics, our local team offers fast access to expert care, so you don't have to travel out of town. From sprains and all the way to joint replacements, every same day, we've got you covered. The best plays start with getting back in the game. Orthopedic care that keeps you moving. It's right here. Visit jrmcnd.com to learn more.
Cardinals trail 10-5 as we go to the 7th inning. It's Canadarud, then Ulmerus and Cromlech. And I'll just throw it out there. I mean, it's not that likely, but Ulmerus is a home run shy of the cycle. But first, Alex Canadarud, who is 0 for 3. He has reached on an error. Jamison Coots looked great in the 6th inning. He's out there for his 2nd inning of work.
Yep, just keep throwing strikes. Give your team a chance.
First pitch is outside 1-0. Although I will never forget this. It happened in a softball playoff game in Texas. There's a 1-0 inside 2-0. So the team I was covering was up 10-1, bottom of the 5th inning, runner at first, 2 down, and a girl hits it into right center field. It goes to the wall. The run from first scores. Here's the 2-0. It's a strike, 2-1. And so the game's over, 11-1. Well, the other girl just keeps running just for the heck of it. Why not? 2-1. Is a strike, it's 2-2. And it just so happens that her dad was the superintendent. And that's a whole other story. 2-2. Coots deals. And there's a curveball, strike 3 called. Another strikeout for Jamison, and there's 1 down. So after the game, he says, you know the final score is 12-1. I said, absolutely not. It's 11-1. Because if a game is tied in the big leagues, first pitch to Ulmerus is outside 1-0. If a game is tied in the big leagues and the bases are loaded with nobody out, the ball gets hit to the outfield. The center fielder says, well, that's over my head. Game's over. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a fly ball down the right field line. Wolski over. Doesn't have room. It's 1-1. I said, you mean to tell me that I should just give a grand slam because the ball never got touched? He's like, well, but it's a walk-off home run. I'm like, it is not a walk-off home run. Okay. 1-1 the count. The pitch. Ooh, just missed outside. 2-1.
He's really pitching well. This is awesome.
He is. And you know you're going to need him because that regional tournament is a lot of games. The 2-1 is lined foul the other way, 2-2. Even if you were to win the regional tournament and not lose a game, you still have to win 4 games. So that's not easy.
No, for sure.
2-2 the count to Almerus. The pitch. And Tommy fouls it off. It's still 2-2. Coots is ready. Maybe he throws that curve. Nope, he went fastball, and it's 3-2 as it bounced in. In the home 7th, it's the top of the order. Basons, then Mehring, then Whitman. Against maybe Cromlick. Here's the 3-2. Line caught by Coots. 2 down. Little humpback liner that he caught.
Yeah, good play.
And with 2 down, it'll bring up Sky Cromlick, who has singled and reached on an error and lifted a sacrifice fly to right. This is his 5th at bat of the game. That's ball 1, or his 5th plate appearance, I should say. 1-0 the count. Cardinals back at it. A back-to-back. Monday here against Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, Edgeley. The 1-0 swing and a miss, 1-1. And then Tuesday in New Rockford, we'll have the Monday game. Tuesday we will be in Thompson with Cardinals softball. That could be a big game. The 1-1 is fouled away, 1-2.
He's definitely throwing quite a bit harder than he did last year.
A lot harder,
you can really notice it.
Floated in there last year.
Yeah, he's looking really good.
Very reminiscent of when Jacob Basons broke onto the scene. The 1-2 is hit on the ground towards third, knocked off the glove of Isaiah Otis. That would have been a tough play either way. I'm going to give him a hit.
That's not a routine play, so that's what I would give him, a base hit. Tough play.
He's got great speed, so no telling if he would have gotten it. Boy, pretty harsh official scorer down in the dugout immediately gave an error. I'm giving a hit. Here's Easton Simon. There's a strike. It's 0-1. Wow. What a harsh teammate that is. Goodness. 0-1 the count. The pitch. Curveball slapped into left. That's a base hit. To second goes Cromlick. Back-to-back 2-out singles. Brings up Alex Weisenberger.
Nothing here hurt here. Keep throwing strikes. You got 2 down.
Just want to try to hang a 0.
Yep.
And get Carrington back to the bat rack. The pitch. Outside, 1-0. You know, we talk about the improvement of some of these pitchers. Certainly some of that is having as good a catcher as Max Whitman is. 1-0. Outside, 2-0.
No, for sure. He definitely can go to college and play that position. He's got an arm, and he can hit the ball, and he's athletic as can be.
A 2-0. A little low with Leighton Jacobson on deck. 3-0. He could play at Mayville or Dickinson or
he's
Bismarck State.
Definitely got the potential to do it.
3-0, right through there over the inside, 3-1. I mean, I'm sure Tom Hager wouldn't mind having him in Jamestown.
No, he's
3-1, right through there. Now the runners will go on 3-2.
See if he gets him off balance, throws him that curveball.
3-2.
I don't know that he will, but
The runners go. The 3-2 is outside ball 4, and they're loaded. For Leighton Jacobson. Bases are loaded now for Leighton Jacobson.
What is it?
It's a good tune, whatever it is. The pitch is low. What in the...
I have no idea what it is even.
1-0 the count, and that's low. 2-0 to Leighton Jacobson.
Thanks. I don't even know what it is.
Coots throws, and a swing and a foul straight back, 2-1. There for a second, I thought we had been preempted by something on the radio.
All of a sudden, my phone took off.
2-1 the count. The pitch. Big curveball, 2-2. When I was the voice of Bemidji State basketball for a year, we had a doubleheader in St. Cloud of basketball, of course. Here's the 2-2. Inside ball 3. And the women's game went triple overtime. And at the time, I didn't know how to mess with the log and whatnot. 5 minutes left in the men's game. I'm hearing the radio station in my ear. They had hard timed it and figured nobody plays triple overtime. So should have been fine. 3-2. All the runners will go on the payoff to Leighton Jacobson. Outside, ball 4, and it's 11-5. Scoring is Cromlick. Everybody else moves up. And here's Jackson Simon.
Just got to battle back here. Got 2 down. Throw strikes.
First pitch now to the freshman. 11-5 Rockets. And a curveball's in at the inside corner. It's 0-1. So Carrington with a little more work to do in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the 0-1. And it's a big curveball and a good one. It's 0-2. I will always be so impressed at how a pitcher can get it to be that tight with the break. I mean, that's... Whew. 0-2. Does he go back to it? Coots says yes. Rocks, kicks, throws. Fastball fouled away. Still 0-2.
I pitched a little bit in high school in Legion. We didn't have high school baseball, but I didn't have much of a curveball at all. I just threw hard and kind of a half slider type thing. That
another foul. Our second baseman when I was in high school was a very good athlete, but he was a smaller guy. He was probably built like a Radke Hui. Here's the 0-2. Fouled away again. And so, one day in a pickle, our coach goes, all right, well, Tyler, go pitch. And he's throwing knuckleballs up there. Again, the 0-2. Inside, 1-2. And he comes out after the first inning, throws a 1-2-3 inning, comes into the dugout. Our coach goes, well, Tyler, I didn't know you threw a knuckleball. He said, 10 minutes ago, me neither. The 1-2 outside, 2-2. He ended up pitching to a 1.4 ERA that year with a knuckleball. Amazing. 2-2 with 2 outs and 3 on. The pitch outside, and again the count has gone full. Jamison Coots is about to deliver his 59th pitch.
Wow.
That's a career high. Three and 2. He deals. And the curveball is hit towards Taylor, marrying it off of Radke Hui. 2 runs score on the error, and now it is 13-5. On the E4.
Just unfortunate. He'll make those plays in the future.
And here's Jax DeMeester. I mean, this is his first inning at second base this year. And another curveball, a strike to DeMeester. It's 0-1. 13-5 Rockets in the 7th. The stretch in the 0-1. Curveball a little low, 1-1. Coming up on our post-game report, we'll chat with Coach Shipman, have the totals, and set up the rest of the week for you as the 1-1 is low, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the stretch in the 2-1. Swing and a foul off the very end of the bat, 2-2. Hard to believe that this is the last broadcast in the month of April. Next time we're on the air? No, that's not true. Thursday. That's right. Thursday's the 30th. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Coots gets the strike. He actually struck out 2 more that inning. But 3 runs are home, and now on to the bottom of the 7th inning. Carrington needs a big rally. They trail 13-5 on the I3G Sports Network.
The Carrington Area Healthy Communities Coalition is a partnership of individuals and organizations working together to create a healthier community in which to work, live, and play. They support alcohol, drugs, smoking, vaping, and suicide prevention programs and promote activities such as pickleball, yoga, and park improvement. Their mission is to promote and support physical and mental health activities, prevention services, and community learning initiatives that promote a healthy lifestyle for the people of Carrington and surrounding areas. Visit healthycarrington.org.
Nothing has embodied the American spirit like the family farmer. Year after year, they continue to work the land and plant their crops. Through droughts, floods, and uncertain markets, they keep that spirit alive with another crop harvested for the next generation. And for that, we tip our hats to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
In Carrington, see Randy Hui.
I just started laughing.
Top of the order for Carrington. Basons, Mehring, and Whitman against Sky Cromlech, who's going to try to go the whole way here for Dave Scogan. I'll never forget our pitching coach in high school, assistant coach, but really he was a pitching coach, collegiate pitcher and whatnot. He had been a head coach at a different school. Jacob Bason's 1 for 3 with a double in the game, his second hit of the season. That came in the 3rd inning where Carrington scored 3 runs. First pitch from Cromlech is low, 1-0. He always tells a story of he told the kid, hey, I need you to pitch, and I just want you to throw fastballs. Don't worry about nothing else. The 1-0 is a fastball strike. It's 1-1. And kid keeps throwing a sinker. Just keeps on throwing a sinker. Finally, he said, I went out to the mound. Here's a 1-1. That's hit in the air to second. Easton Simon has it, 1 down. He says, I went out to the mound. I said, I told you not to do nothing but throw a fastball. What are you doing out here? He said, I'm throwing my fastball. It's the way I grip the ball. It sinks. I can't help it. Jalen Mehring, 2 hits in the game, 2 for 3. And this one is gulped in the air to center. Canadarud is there, and he's got it 2 down. And so Shane Dagey looked at him and said, well, all right, you keep doing that, and walked back to the dugout. 2 down, Carrington down to their final out. Here's Max Whitman. First pitch, Max takes ball 1. That was pitch number 100 for Sky Cromlech, who is in line to get the win. The 1-0 is outside, 2-0.
Max is due to get a hold of one here one of these days.
He is.
And he's hit the ball hard anyways, but
The 2-0 fouled straight back. He had a rip on that one, 2-1.
He's a great high ball hitter. You give him a chest-high fastball, he'll rip it.
With top spin, too.
Yeah, he's solid.
The 2-1. Whitman takes a curveball outside, ball 3. I genuinely do wonder how many actual at-bats he will get in the regional tournament. Not plate appearances, but at-bats. The 3-1. Max takes a strike. It's 3-2, and the Cardinals are down to their final strike.
Yeah, it just all boils down to who's on the mound and what strategy you have going in. And
3-2 is swung on and gulped in the air to left, and Rappel will have to play it on a hop. Into second with a double is Max Whitman, and that OPS isn't going down.
Yeah, he's solid.
And so that'll bring up Tate Wolski. Tate is 0 for 3, and you know this young man's beating himself up. He's made 3 errors. He's gone 0 for 3. Would be nice to see him get a hit here and
right.
Just lift the spirits.
Yep, for sure.
Tate takes ball 1. I mean, he's hard on himself.
Yep.
You've coached him, and I'm sure it's hard to coach him sometimes because he's so hard on himself. That's outside 2-0. Because you don't want to tell the kid, hey, don't be so hard on yourself.
What I can tell him is what I told everybody that I've coached, that I was the same type of player. I was competitive and really competitive, and you didn't learn until you got to college that losing your head takes you out of the ball game. You know, that type of thing. And
he swings and misses here, 2-2, and again Carrington down to their final strike.
For some reason, he's pulling off a little bit. He's just not seeing the ball.
Now the 2-2 from Cromlich is high. 3-2. If the game continues, on deck is Jamison Coots.
I bet he throws him another curveball here.
Here's a 3-2. It's a
I'm
fastball.
wrong.
He struck him out swinging, and the ball game is over. The New Rockford-Sheyenne Rockets pick up a nice win here in region play. They win it by a final count of 13-5, and we'll have our post-game report in a moment here on the I3G Sports Network.
Rest assured that you'll be treated with the care and respect you deserve at Central Pharmacy. Conveniently located in the heart of Carrington and New Rockford, Central Pharmacy delivers the kind of attention and commitment to improving your health care that the big box stores just can't. Central Pharmacy does it all, from medical supplies to prescriptions, health and wellness concerns. Plus, we have a great selection in our gift, boutique, and decor departments. Visit us on Facebook for up-to-date info. Central Pharmacy, your one-stop in Carrington and New Rockford.
Is it time for you to switch banks? Hi, I'm Tiffany Paulson at Bank Forward in Carrington. At Bank Forward, we have everything you get from a big bank, but we're small enough to give you exceptional service. Make the switch and let us show you the Bank Forward difference. Call 652-2852 or visit bankforward.com today. Putting the customer first since 1927. It's simply the Forward way. Bank Forward, member FDIC.
Reach your summit with Kyle Smith and his staff at Summit Physical Therapy in Carrington. Serving the area since 1997, we offer treatment for pain relief, vertigo, wound care, sports, and work injuries, as well as post-op and neurological rehab. Summit Physical Therapy has certified providers in dry needling, Raston, and myofascial cupping. We are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and in most cases, no referral required. Call us at 652-7179 to schedule an appointment today.
The Carrington Cardinals drop this one to New Rockford-Sheyenne by a final count of 13-5. Let's give you the totals now. New Rockford-Sheyenne, 13 runs on 11 hits, 6 errors. They stranded 9. For the Cardinals, 5 runs, 7 hits, 6 errors. They stranded 5. The winning pitcher is Sky Cromlich. He goes to 3-0. The loss is charged to Jacob Basons. He is 0-2. The time of the ball game, 1 hour and 51 minutes. New Rockford-Sheyenne is now 3-2 in league play. Carrington go to 1-5 in league play. And we'll come back and give you a bit of a recap of it right after this on the I3G Sports Network.
Guard Dental in Carrington has your smile on the mind. Guard Dental specializes in orthodontics, cosmetic dentistry, teeth whitening, dental crowns and bridges, dental veneers, dental implants, general and family dentistry, root canals, clear aligner orthodontics, sedation dentistry, dentures, lasers, TMJ therapy, and wisdom teeth removal. Call Guard Dental today for family dentistry and beyond. Guard Dental in Carrington, 701-652-2300.
Your first car. It may have been a fixer-upper, but you treated it right. It was your own. That's how Showplace Cabinetry approaches each crafted piece. We deliver it to you with care, because it's our own. Central City Lumber can help you choose the design of your dreams. Give them a test drive. This American-made cabinetry is adaptable to your unique style and built with pride. Every single piece is back for a lifetime. Bet you wish you had that deal on your car. Stop in at Central City Lumber of Carrington, and let's build a beautiful kitchen or bath that really turns heads.
Life is about moments, big or small, joyful or challenging. At Carrington Health Center, we believe everyone in our community deserves compassionate care close to home, so you can focus on enjoying those moments surrounded by the people you love. At our facility, we put the care in
physical therapy,
radiology,
the acute care clinic.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jango, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Cardinals fall today 13-5 to New Rockford-Sheyenne. Now let's give you a little bit of a game recap. 3 hits for Tommy Almaris. He had a single, a double, and a triple. 3 RBI for Leighton Jacobson. He had a triple. 2 RBI each for Sky Cromlick, Alex Weisenberger, and Jax DeMeester in the win for New Rockford-Sheyenne. For Carrington in defeat, 2 doubles and 2 RBI for Max Whitman, a double and 2 RBI for Jamison Coots. Also 2 hits for Talon Maring. He already has more hits this season than he had all of last season. Now, pitching-wise, for New Rockford-Sheyenne, a complete game. For Sky Cromlick, he needed 111 pitches to do it. He gave up 7 hits and 5 runs, only 2 earned. He walked 1 and struck out 10. For Carrington, in the pitching department, Jacob Basons went 5 innings, 93 pitches. He gave up 9 hits and 10 runs, only 5 earned, with 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. The Cardinals dropped this one 10-5, and the head coach, Wayne Shipman, is next on the I3G Sports Network.
Carrington Drug, your independently owned Good Neighbor Pharmacy, salutes caregivers everywhere. The ones who aid an aging parent or nurturing a sick child. The fact is, we are all caregivers at different times, and your community pharmacist is ready to go above and beyond to support you with encouragement and guidance, good times and bad. Visit with Matt Paulson and his expert staff at Carrington Drug, 415 Main Street in Carrington, caring for you and our community.
Fun is always on tap. I'm heading to Headlocks. Headlocks. Headlocks.
Head on over to Headlocks of Carrington for some great deals after the Cardinals game. If you and your friends come in sporting any Cardinals gear, you'll not only receive the friendliest service around, but also special discounts. Ask for more details and visit us on Facebook for all of our happenings.
The fun is always on tap. I'm heading to Headlocks. Headlocks. Headlocks.
Headlocks, Carrington, North Dakota.
There's no community like a Cenex community. That's why every Cenex store is proud to serve theirs by supporting local athletic teams, promoting the arts, and making sure each store is a place its neighbors can find what they need, catch up with their friends, and stay connected. It's also why we give back, helping to make the wonderful places we call home the best they can be. The store next door, powered locally at Cenex.
Visit your local Arrowwood Prairie Co-op in Carrington, Wimbledon, Cooperstown, and Sutton.
Thinking about insurance, think of Bickett Insurance. Bickett Insurance, through our partnership with Auto Owners Insurance, can take care of your farm, home, auto, business, or life insurance needs. The agents at Bickett Insurance have over 115 years of insurance experience. We know how to design policies to protect the things important to you. Give Bickett Insurance a call today.
Better get Bickett. Bickett Insurance Agency. Better get Bickett. Bickett Insurance Agency.
Here at Sendak Cooperative, we're here to provide you with all the products and services you've come to rely on for your farm operation. Please give us a call for all your fertilizer, seed, energy, and fuel needs for this year's growing season, and let us help you with all your grain marketing decisions. You can contact us today at any of our locations in Central North Dakota or visit us on the web at sendakcooperative.com. Sendak Cooperative, helping farm owners grow and succeed today and into the future.
Hi, this is James at Bassett Motors. Let's test drive a new Chevrolet together. Stack up the savings with discounts and rebates combined with 0% financing for the lowest payments of the year. See us online at BassettMotors.com or call us 701-652-2955. Or better yet, stop in to see our wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles.
Where our customers send their friends.
Cardinals fall 13-5 to the New Rockford-Sheyenne Rockets here in Carrington at the City Park, and we're about to be joined by the head coach of the Cardinals, Wayne Shipman, after the loss. Carrington's now 1-5 in region play. They're going to be back at it here at home against Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, Edgeley on Monday, and that'll be a 4:15 airtime here on KDAK, the Cardinal, and on the YouTube channel, and then Carrington will be in New Rockford on Tuesday for a 4:30 first pitch as well, and we are indeed joined by the head coach of the Cardinals, Wayne Shipman, and Coach, there's positives and negatives in every game. I think for both you and Dave, that's a frustrating game because there were 12 combined errors in it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you gotta be able to make the plays if you're going to compete. That's basically the bottom line, you know. I mean, I thought the pitchers after the first inning, I thought Jacob did a pretty good job. First inning, he left a few balls up, and you see what happens when they do that. A couple hard hit balls, but Jamison came in. I thought he did a real good job. He didn't give up any earned runs either, so that's a positive thing for us going forward.
And that could have gone a very different direction in that first inning because the first two pitches, it's 1-0, and then you walk the next guy. That's a credit to Jacob Basons for being able to settle it down.
Right, yeah, he did a real good job. I mean, the way they started that off, you're thinking, oh, boy, teeing off. And then, you know, I think they had the bases loaded, right? They hit a triple, base hit, 1-0, then they loaded the bases up and didn't score.
That's right.
So, yeah, he did a great job there getting out of that inning.
What you like about Jamison Coots? Career high in pitches, and he is now 8 of his last 9 outs are strikeouts.
Right, yeah, and you wouldn't think that when you watch, but he just a little deceptive. I mean, his curveball there was coming in there pretty nice, you know, a little deceptive. It starts kind of outside a little further than most and really cuts back. So, yeah, hopefully he can keep doing that, and then he can sneak his fastball by him when you get him off balance.
Now you have almost a week to rest, and a good thing because next week is very busy. It starts Monday here against Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, Edgeley, then at New Rockford Tuesday, then 3 games between Friday and Saturday. This is an important stretch to make sure the kids take care of their bodies and they're ready to go next week.
Right. Yep, as you see the plate of nachos going by down there.
Yep, that's right. A little jealous, not going to lie.
Yep, looks good, doesn't it? No, yeah, we got Monday, Tuesday, 2 games Friday, 1 Saturday. So, you know, I think there too, you know, that'll be helpful. I mean, even no matter what happens, because the more you play, the better you get. I mean, just like I told them out there, hey, you learn in games like this, playing in the games, you guys learn what you need to do. The lower third there, the first time through, you know, they were overmatched. And that's, you know, you got junior throwing against 7th grader. That's might happen, you know. The second time through, they all put it in play. Radke Hui hit one pretty good ball that kind of left center, but they caught it, but so be it. hit the ball hard, put it in play, make them make plays.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thanks so much for coming up, and we'll see you Monday.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you.
That's Cardinal head coach Wayne Shipman joining us. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. The JV is taking the field right now, so we're going to wrap it up. Cardinals fall 13-5 in this one. They're 1-5 in league play, but like we said during the broadcast, glorified practices. That's pretty much what these are for another 3 weeks. We're next with you Thursday in Larimore for softball. 3:45 airtime here on the Cardinal and YouTube. Thanks so much for joining us. Speaking on behalf of our entire crew, including Rick Christensen, I'm BJ Walters. Good afternoon from Carrington.
Carrington Cardinal Baseball has been brought to you by Gar Dental, Central City Lumber, CHI St. Alexius Carrington Medical Clinic, Professional Eye Care Centers, Carrington Drug, Headlocks, Arrowwood Prairie Co-op, Bickett Insurance, Sendak, Bassett Motors, Bank Forward in Carrington, High Plains Equipment, Carrington Dental Care, Leading Edge Equipment, Dakota Central, Old National Bank, DJ's Home Center, Evans Funeral Home, Farmers Union Insurance, Randy Huey Agent, Napa Auto Parts, Jamestown Regional Medical Center, the Carrington Healthy Communities Coalition, Central Pharmacy, Central City H2O Plus, and Summit Physical Therapy. The proceeding has been a presentation of I3G Media Sports on 1600 AM and 100.1 FM, The Cardinal.